Tell me when, Josh.
Whenever you're ready.
Just remember, you gotta mute yourself. That's how. Welcome in, everyone, to Swamp Night here at Shipley School. We will have two games for you. This is SFBN. My name is Jack Cap. I'll be joined momentarily by our play-by-play man, Mike Samsel. First, the girls, and then the boys. And what an opening here as Anna Camden sang the national anthem for us in a stirring rendition. Anna Camden is a senior forward for the girls basketball team. She's coming in at 6'2" and is signed with Penn State, a big-time scorer. In fact, the #1 scorer in school history, and quite a player. We're looking forward to seeing her play. She's averaging 17.2, shooting at 46%, 37% from the field, 80% from the line, and also garnering 7.3 rebounds. Starters are being announced here, and I'll give them to you in just a moment. The other star of this team, the Shipley Gators, is Lauren Ross, a senior point guard standing at 5'8". Another 1,000-plus scorer, over 1,200 now at 12-15, a St. Joseph University Hawk signee, Harvard qualified, by the way, and scoring at about 12-plus per game, 12.3, 5.4 rebounds, 4.5 assists, an all-around player, and 2.6 steals. Does everything. She ended last season with 999 points, took the ball home, sat on it, brought it back, and scored her 1,000th point in the first game of the season. We are getting close to the opening tap. The opposing team is Germantown Friends. The Tigers come in here wearing navy, not quite the record of the home team Shipley Gators, featuring a number of freshmen. Martina Kiewek, Desiree Norwood, Claire Meyer are three of the starters. Here we go. Opening tap goes to the Gators. Starting for the Gators tonight, Sanai Redmond, Elizabeth Taluto, and Anna Camden. We mentioned her. Lauren Ross, There's the first three-point shot of the day. Three-point lead very quickly, and Kate Scoot is the fifth starter. We are underway here, 3-0 in the early going. Ball being moved around. Man-to-man employed, and a steal by the Gators. Coming up court. Camden with the ball way outside. She passes over to Sinai Redmond, back to Campbell. Campbell out top here. Ball being moved nicely. A nice three-point shot. Wide open was Sinai Redmond. And first time out of the game to get things under control is called by Mike Lintulati, head coach, Germantown Friends. We're going to keep it right here. I believe it is a full timeout, but we'll stay on the air and talk to you a little bit about the team effort here during this season for Shipley girls. 54 points a game, 39% field goal shooting overall, 30 rebounds a game, and almost 11 assists a game. They're coming in at 12-2, 2-0. This is a very, very good team coached by Sean Costello, an accomplished coach. Friends League titles for the Gators: 08, 09, 11, 12, 13, and 2014. PESA championships, that's the independent championships, 12, 14, 15, and 17. Very impressive history here at Gator Fieldhouse. In a man-to-man are the Gators. Germantown Friends has some hype, but they are a very young team. Well, maybe that's Kiewek with the ball. She's one of the leading scorers. Tough defense put on by the Gators. Shot from the side. Looks like it's going to drop, and that is Desiree Norwood, one of the other top scorers for the Tigers. Redmond there, passing back. Out top to Camden. Redmond from distance. She's off a little bit, and the rebound goes to the Tigers. Coming up court with the ball, Kiewek. Kiewek over to Norwood. Norwood is short, but she can score. She's coming in at about 5'7". That's what she's listed at. Looks a little bit shorter. Once again, Norwood outside to Rickles. I'll be joined in just a moment by Mike Samsel. He'll take over to play-by-play. My name is Jack Kapp. I'll be giving you the color commentary. And to the hoop, there's going to be a foul. That's our first foul of the game. A block, and I believe it was to Andrea Regley. Heading to the line, Sinai Redmond. Redmond averaging 14.4. I'm going to welcome in Mike Samsel. He'll be taking over on the play-by-play.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here in today's game. As the first free throw is on the way in good.
Score is 8-2 here. Mike will be on in just a second or two. We're working out the technical aspects of our broadcast, and I
there we go. There's the right mic.
That's the voice. Mike on the mic. There you go, Mike. It's all yours.
5:25 remains here in quarter number one. Here's a drive and a bit of a wild shot thrown up, and that one no good. Missed that time for Germantown Friends by Norwood. And we know how talented this Shipley Gators team is, as here's a right corner three that's left short from Redmond, and Germantown Friends pulls in the rebound.
Sinai Redmond from the corner. She's been active so far in this game. Also, Anna Camden, a big scorer. And before you came in, Mike, she sang the national anthem.
Pulling double duty tonight, huh?
And it sounded pretty good, yeah.
Kiewek on the left wing. Gives to Rickles. Nice ball movement here, looking to find some space in the Gators defense, but there's Camden with the block.
Big time block by the Penn State signee.
Yeah, she runs the floor well, too, as here's a reach-in foul that's called.
She's a tall girl, but I know she can handle the ball. She can shoot from the outside. She is an all-round talent.
Yeah, she really is, and as we mentioned, she runs the floor well, handles the ball well for a big. She'll be a good one up in Happy Valley.
That's right, 37% three-point shooter. Here she is at the top now. Nice footwork, good pivot.
On the right wing now, this is Redmond back to Camden, who left the three just a tick short. And it's Germantown Friends with the rebound. Norwood through the pressure all the way to the rim, and Camden again with a block.
Boy, I could feel that one coming, Mike.
4:08 remains here in quarter number one.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be a block shot.
Germantown Friends having a bit of a hard time trying to get on the scoreboard tonight. It is Swamp Night here at Shipley School. As here's a pull-up J that's pure.
I mentioned
from
earlier,
Martina Kiewicz.
I mentioned earlier, it's a very young team coming here from Germantown Friends. The Tigers featuring a number of freshmen.
Here's Redmond with the three. 11-4. Shipley in front with 3:45 to play here in quarter number one. This is always a tough building to win in.
Yes, it is, and tough against this team. This is an accomplished team. This is a team that features three-time big scorers, Lauren Ross, Anna Camden, and Nye Redmond.
And there's the score, there's a steal, from Redmond. Camden on the wing.
She'll shoot that.
Redmond left it a little short. Rebound volleyed and controlled by Candace Kelly for Germantown Friends. Just over 3 minutes remains here in the first quarter. Germantown Friends looking to get an open shot out on the perimeter. This is Norwood having it poked away, but regathering, and the press closes out on her. Nice move here. Kiewicz all the way to the rim. Left it just a tick short, and Camden able to pull down the rebound.
Camden with good position there.
Now Redmond.
A little collision.
And that's going to be a defensive foul.
That's a block. Yep, it looks like Andrea Regley, I believe.
Yeah, the senior Andrea Regley picks up her second foul and the team's third.
No shots on that common foul.
Ross to check it in. She gets it back in the left corner and drills it.
That's a beautiful looking shot, and she put it right home.
They say it's a deuce. 13-4. Shipley in front with 2:25 to play here in the first half.
Lauren Ross, the daughter of Monty Ross, a well-known coach in the area. We have a traveling call.
Yeah, Rickles just couldn't keep that foot down and shuffle her feet as she went to let go of the pass.
That was referee Josh H2O Waters. Old friend of mine there.
Here's Ross to the corner.
Boy,
Camden swung around.
Camden is tall. She's got size.
Yeah, she's incredibly difficult to guard even if you get good position because she could do things like that. And the only way to stop her is to foul her.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to dish that ball off, so she has court awareness, and she saw a teammate there. It should be a common foul again, and it is. Baseline throw-in.
Foul called that time on Kiewicz. That's her first, team's fourth. 2 minutes and change to play here in the first quarter. Ross in the corner to Redmond. And Pure.
And she has no trouble launching that shot up. She has shown that she clearly has a nice corner three-pointer.
1:45 to play here in the first quarter. Gators with a 12-point lead. A lot of the offense has run through Norwood. She's to the rim and she'll go to the line. Reach in foul that time on the Gators.
Yeah, Norwood,
it'll be on Kate Scott.
Norwood, an aggressive sophomore player, went up left-handed that time, went to the bank shot, drew the foul.
This will be 2 for Norwood as that's the first foul on Shipley and the first time Germantown Friends is at the free throw line. First one doesn't get the kind bounce, but Norwood will shoot one more. And good. 16-5 our score. 1:35 to play here in the first quarter. Here's Ross in possession for the Gators in their home whites. Ross to Norwood. Penetration into the paint out to Camden, a left wing three, and that's good.
Yeah, we were waiting to see that one, and we saw it, and now we're very impressed. What a nice release there. Good form. Perfect shot.
Boy, on top of everything she does well, if she can consistently hit from beyond the arc as well. You said she's just around 30%, which isn't terrible. 37%.
37%. Yep.
Which that's very good. Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. Yeah. That's like NBA good. Yeah.
1:05 to play here in the first quarter. Dangerous pass, but it makes its way to Ragley. Now Norwood. Swung in the right corner for Germantown friends in Kewick. Good defense. Scott reaches in. Shot clock down to 3. Here's Kewick. Gets it off of the shot clock buzzer and good.
Nice running shot by Kewick. She has shown some ability early in this game.
19-7 shot clock, game clock separated by about 4 seconds.
Kewick is a freshman, by the way, standing 5'8".
Toledo swings around. Scott, too tall for Camden, but it does make its way on the back door. And there's the lay-in from Toledo to make it 21-7.
And you called it. That pass was to Camden, but it went beyond her, and luckily right to a teammate for the layup.
Right place, right time. And there's a timeout called for Germantown friends. 30-second timeout with 12.8 to play here in the first quarter. As we take a look at that last bucket, Cap, you and I both thought it was for Camden.
It looked
right
like
place, right time for Toledo, though.
Yeah. Boy, if you throw it over Camden's head, you really threw it.
Yeah, that's a high pass.
Pretty high. I mean, she's 6'2" with her hands up there. She's 8 feet with her hands.
21-7 the lead for Shipley with 12.8 to play here in the first quarter. That's Jack Cap. I'm Mike Samso. We thank you so much for joining us on what is becoming an SFBN tradition.
Yeah, we've been here a couple times.
Yeah.
This is fun to be here.
Yeah, it really is. It's a fun atmosphere. It's really a great school, and it's all about community for Shipley. They love welcoming back all their alumni, and the gym shows it. The stands starting to completely fill in, and it should be a good one in the boys' game tonight, too.
Absolutely. Should be a tough game in the boys' game.
Trouble down to the post, and Camden gets the block again. 2 seconds left. Ross from half court looks good. Woo. Just a little to the left.
Oh, she had it, Mike.
We've played one here at Shipley. It's 21-7 Gators. You're watching the Sports Fanbase Network presented by Payroll Service Solutions. (21-7) our score. Shipley in front over at Germantown friends. That's Jack Cap. I'm Mike Samso. Great to have you along with us. Josh Bellman, our director, and our great SFBN crew on hand here for Swamp Night at the Shipley School.
Subs in. Camden taking a rest.
Yeah, almost a
looks like
full shift change. For the Gators.
Yep, shift change for the Gators.
It's Germantown friends in possession to start the quarter.
I see Brianna Dotson out there.
Here's a right wing three and an open look from Kewick that's good.
Olivia Joseph joining the crew. Amira Trueblood on the team, on the floor right now. Sinai stayed in.
Top of the key, here's Norwood. Kicked back out on the elbow. True blood. Left baseline, Red Cross puts up the floater. No, but she's able to get contact in the foul.
Is that Red
Trying
Cross?
to slide in to take the charge late was Keywick.
And Red Cross will get 2. She's a freshman, Mike, 6 feet tall, listed at 6 feet tall. She's not going to get shots, though.
5th foul of the half. Checked in underneath, and this is True Blood.
That's a
Tied up, held ball,
good call there. Yep.
and possession arrow will stay with the Gators. Fresh 35, however, on the shot clock.
One of the few high school leagues in the country, really, using shot clock.
Right, yeah, here in the Friends League. Here's the inbound pass deflected away and stolen. Coast to coast, here's Norwood. Little wild on the shot.
Norwood's got good athletic ability. She needs to make a move or two when she gets down there.
Redmond with the assist look, but Joseph couldn't hit. And it's out of bounds to Germantown Friends. Tigers down by 11, but you could see they're getting some looks against this Gators team.
I want to count the freshmen here. 6 freshmen on this Germantown Friends team.
Yeah, regularly the lone seniors. Here's a 3 that circles the drain from Norwood but won't go.
Which will say a lot for the future Tigers teams.
Absolutely.
Because they'll all be back.
Redmond to Dotson. Ball with a wayward pass gets out of bounds.
Yeah, I think, was that Dotson she was throwing it to or Red Cross? I couldn't see.
Regardless, it'll go back to Germantown Friends.
Yep, it just went right by her.
Norwood. Underneath, here's a look, but a little too strong on the layup attempt from Kelly. In transition for the Gators is Redmond. Dotson, Redmond, and in the baseline, it's Joseph hitting.
Real nice release there by Olivia Joseph, 5'11" sophomore forward, on the assist from her teammate, Redmond.
6:05 to play here in the first half, 23-10. Tigers trailing the Gators. Here's a right wing 3 that's a little too strong. Decent look from Keywick, but wouldn't fall.
Yeah, straightaway bank shot does not go home for the Tigers.
Now Redmond. Lob down on the post. Letting True Blood go to work. Back to Redmond.
Oh, yeah.
And she hits.
Redmond is a very good shooter from the outside, has demonstrated that early in this game. She's still going to try to get her teammates involved with the subs on the court here, but that was a nice shot.
26-10 Gators. Norwood to Keywick. Shot clock sits at 16. Desiree Norwood.
Gators staying in their zone. Steal.
And they get it to Redmond on the steal. Coast to coast with a lefty finish.
Yeah.
And a chance to go to the line for a three-point play.
What a beautiful move by Redmond. And that's the kind of move I was talking about that Norwood needs to finish at the other end. Very nicely done. Very tricky. And she'll go to the line for a three-point opportunity. That was left-handed, by the way, that finish.
Tough finish. Rickles gets the foul, and Norwood gets the free throw to make it 29-10.
Standing at just 5'4", Sinai Redmond.
Yeah.
Averaging about 14 a game.
Yeah, that's Norwood in possession right now.
That's
Excuse
right.
me.
That's all right.
Keywick gives high post.
It's coming to us.
Norwood in the corner and thrown away. Back to the Gators. How do you feel about the shot clock in high school basketball, Cap?
I like it, but it has to be operated properly. And well, with this crew, it will be operated properly because these are trained.
Timeout Gators, by the the way.
Yeah, they're trained adults is what I was going to say, but it can be messed up if there's students on the clock.
Right.
Because there was a league I reffed years ago, back in the 80s and 90s, that had the shot clock, and students were on it, and it was a constant issue with mistakes.
Yeah.
And it really ruined the game. And they got rid of it in 2004, I remember, when the PIAA came in, and they don't have the shot clock, so the league had to get rid of it.
That is correct. That is Jack Cap. I'm Mike Samsel. Great to have you along with us here at Swamp Night at the Shipley School, the home of the Gators. For those of you that may not know, Cap was a referee, did some college basketball, some private school, some PIAA stuff. Cap is all over the place. Over 30 years as a referee, so really brings a great perspective and a unique perspective to the game.
Actually, 40 years, Mike.
40, wow.
I wanted to get to 40 years.
Well, 40 is over 30. So.
Yes, it is. But I wanted to get to that 40 mark. It was really important to me, and I made it to 2005, and probably refed over. Yeah, I'm thinking close to 10,000 games.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's crazy. I know.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
What are some of the favorite players you've seen as we're back to live action here at Shipley in possession?
I got to ref some big ones.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Rasheed Wallace, Kobe Bryant.
Wow.
Aaron McKee, a lot of them. It was fun, challenging.
Back to live action. Here's Redmond for the Gators. To Joseph, play whistle down, and there's the shot clock that we were just talking about.
There's an error on something happened there, and the shot clock never started. So probably at the table there, they buzzed the officials. Now, when you buzz during a penetration or a shot, it's not a good thing.
No, it's certainly.
But here, and I was just complimenting them too. They'll never make a mistake, but okay.
Well, mistakes happen. They're trying to get it squared away right now.
All three officials at the table.
And they'll set it to 26 on the shot clock. So they'll say 9 seconds came off.
I think
and at the point of interruption.
Yeah, I think they bumped it up to 28, but let's see here. Yep. Which actually seems a little high. It seems a little high. Here come the starters. I see Camden coming back in the game.
Kate Scott back in.
Lauren Ross. Did you see the story about her where she had 999 points at the end of her junior year, and she took the game ball and put it in her bedroom, and then brought it back.
That's awesome.
And finally scored her 1,000th point, very early in the first game. And she's now got over 1,200 points. The daughter of Monty Ross, the former coach at Delaware.
Here's a layup that's no good. Left a little short that time by Joseph.
And by the way, we had another issue with the shot clock there.
Tiger ball.
Okay, let's see what happens here. We jinxed them by talking about it. That's what it was. And everything was going smoothly, and then we had
that broadcast jinx will get you every time.
Even the shot clock operator is jinxed. Yeah. Okay, so obviously it's not working.
It looks like the shot clock's malfunctioning because it still hasn't started either.
We did more than jinx it. Yeah, it's not working.
High post. Here's Kelly. Out to Regley. And now Norwood. Drives in. Here's Norwood.
She is not shy, Mike. She goes to the hoop with authority.
Strong move, and she will indeed go to the line for two.
She's tough. Desiree Norwood, listed at 5'7". I guess she is 5'7". The hair makes her look a little bit taller. Sophomore guard.
Kate Scott picks up the foul. And it'll be 2 shots here for Desiree Norwood. One of the few non-freshmen. She is a veteran sophomore. For this Tiger squad.
Yep. Coached by Mike Lintulati. And, of course, head coach here for the Gators, Sean Costello.
First free throw was no good. Norwood will shoot one more. Desiree Norwood, second free throw, too strong and no good. And there's the rebound by Joseph.
Olivia Joseph, 5'11".
Camden in the corner to Scott, 3:35 to play here in the first half. Little pull-up J is a tick too strong off the hand of Joseph, but there's Camden with the putback.
Camden's right there, never hesitated on the follow-up. Now full court pressure, and they steal.
Scott underneath, dribble penetration this time to Ludo. loses it, but a foul is called as Ross was trying to dribble out of danger.
Now she should get a 1-and-1, I believe.
This would be the 7th foul. That's correct. Believe they said Norwood picked up the foul. If so, it's her 2nd.
Now something's happening at the table here. The head referee and one of the umpires is at the table. They are discussing something.
Should be a 1-and-1 with this being the 7th foul.
But he's waving his hands like side to side.
Yeah, just Steve Silvestro on our crew just said it was discussed at the scorers table, and I think the referees are both informing the official or the coach, excuse me,
That there'll be no shot clock.
there'll be no shot clock
Inoperable
in today's game. Yeah,
Yep. We will get a 1-and-1 here.
that was a permanent jinx by us,
We
Cap.
killed it. we're really good at that. All right, now we'll say she's going to hit every shot she takes. Let's see here.
Front end.
Got her.
That's not very nice.
I'm never going to do that again. It's mean.
3:10 to play here in the first half,
It's a power we just don't know where it comes from.
and we certainly don't deserve.
I don't get it.
Claudia Rickles in some trouble, pass too tall and taken away by Joseph. Ross with 2:40 and change to play here in the first half.
Tigers staying in that man-to-man.
Nice move by Camden, left the layup attempt a little short. Norwood.
A lot of trap pressure here by the Gators.
Rickles nearly traveled, but she was able to get it off to Caroline Rickles.
All right, nice.
Now underneath, kicked back out, and a right wing 3 is left short by Keewick. Rebound out of bounds. It will stay with Germantown Friends. 2:18 to play here in the first half as Andrea Regley checks back in to replace Caroline Rickles. Deflected away again.
Boy, 2 in a row I got there.
And it'll stay with Germantown Friends.
I've got 2 assists, Mike.
There you go.
Making my comeback.
Claudia Rickles, the inbound.
She's got a lot of pressure on that throw-in.
Yeah, Ross guarding her tightly.
Yeah, Ross gave her a hard time there. Claudia is 5'2".
Norwood from the free throw line with a high arching jumper that's good to make it 31-12 with 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Yeah, Norwood's going to have a nice career as time goes on. Still a couple years to develop.
Camden out to Ross, back to Camden.
Oh, I love Camden. She's a player.
Ross and Camden again. Cross-court pass tipped away and stolen. Nicely done by Norwood. 100 seconds remain here in the first half. Norwood able to navigate around the pressure. Bounce pass, kicked back out. And tipped away and stolen. Here's Toledo. To the top and Ross. Thought about the 3, instead pulls it down, gives to Camden. She'll pull the trigger.
Nice looking shot. Just bounced around the rim a little bit.
And Regley the board. 1:10 to play here in the first half. Desiree Norwood has it tipped away and stolen. This is Camden again. Deflected away and stolen back. And then action to the rim. Here's a layup that's no good, but a chance to go to the free throw line.
Call on the opposite side there by the center official. Saw some contact, and that's going to send Martina Keewick, 5'8" freshman guard, to the line for 2. She hits the first one very smoothly. One of the top players on this visiting Germantown Friends Tigers team as a freshman. Big future for her, speaking of futures.
Second free throw is good.
Very calm on those free throws. Under a minute now, and a 17-point lead for the hometown Gators.
42 seconds to play here in the first half. Tipped away and stolen again. 33 seconds to play here in the first half, but right back. And it's good from Redmond. Shipley away with it again.
Just 12 seconds now to do something at the end of this half.
Ross to Camden. Back to Camden. Down the 3. Ross, loose ball. Tipped away, and Germantown Friends will prevent the last shot. But a good half for the Gators.
Yep.
Taking advantage of some of the youth on this Germantown Friends team, forcing some pressure, forcing some mistakes. And they've got a 33-14 lead through one half. We'll be back in just a little bit. You're watching Swamp Night from the Shipley School here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Jack Cap, Mike Samsel back out here at the Shipley School through one half, 33-14. And Cap, I think one of the things that really stood out about that first half is just you could see the talent for Germantown Friends, but it's a basketball team learning to play together and just going through some growing pains against a very good Shipley School team.
I think in my old field of finance, we would call that future value.
Yes.
We should call it future value and present value. Well, the present value is right here with the Gators, and the future value is with the Tigers. I mean, look, they're freshmen, and there is size out there, and there is a little bit of talent we've noticed. But, you know, the pressure from the Gators and the talent level and the maturity level is very high. So we have a 19-point spread. It's about where we thought it would be, Mike. I'm guessing.
I would say in that range. I've seen some things from Germantown Friends. The Tigers certainly have some things to be excited about, and they could win some basketball games this year for sure.
Oh, I think
Here's
so.
Ross.
Yeah. Oh, guess what's working again?
The shot clock's back. There we go. Maybe we shouldn't have mentioned it.
It's back to life.
Redmond gives in the corner to Ross. A right corner three is off the back of the rim.
I just saw a little quirk or an error in her release. Maybe that was just that shot, but we'll take another look.
Tipped away at midcourt and stolen.
Good entry.
Camden.
How tough is Camden?
Fouled on the floor.
You know what, Mike? You're right. She's going to be a great college player.
She really is.
I mean, she just got hit in the eye, by the way, but she's not going to let it bother her. Tough kid. Yeah, she's going to be a big-time physical player at Penn State. That's what I'm thinking. And she might even play some guard there.
Camden dumps underneath. Nice backdoor cut. High off the glass, but the layup wouldn't go for Toledo. And she touched it along the baseline.
Yeah, she bounced it right on the baseline there. Josh Waters doesn't miss anything. He's the referee.
Tiger ball with Norwood to inbound. I like the ref jerseys in the Friends League.
Yes.
They almost look like the old school NBA ref.
Yeah, we used to wear. I ref the Friends League for a number of years, and also the Interact, and we always wore those gray jerseys.
Yeah,
especially in the Interact. We wore them back in the '80s, and you know they're nice looking. I don't like the stripes. I don't like black and white stripes. They're too jarring.
No,
I like what they're wearing. I like the gray. It's more subtle.
Right corner. Here's Redmond. Ross and now Camden. Double team rolls her way, no worries.
You like that left hand? Beautiful.
Can finish with both hands.
Nice footwork. She was in that lane for a few seconds, and she knew it, and she knew she had to get the shot up. Very smart play. Stolen.
Here's Redmond. Nearly tied up. Refs let it go for a little while.
Yeah, Redmond,
and eventually do call the held ball
Redmond
with the possession arrow in favor of Germantown Friends.
She went down to one knee. I think she was bumped a little bit. Foul was not called, and the possession goes to the visitors.
6:22 to play here in the third. 35-14. A 3-touchdown lead for Shipley.
So far, 21 points.
Underneath, here's a baseline drive. Tried to kick it back out. Did Cadence Kelly, but it was deflected out of bounds. Regley won't go. Camden off the fingertips gets the rebound.
Boy, Regley's got quite a ponytail there. That thing could be dangerous. Really, look at the size of that. God. Her shot was not really the shot she would have selected, I think.
I don't know that me and you are familiar with having hair quite that length.
I have 2 hairs left. So.
One more than I got.
Yeah, well.
Here's a 3 that's no good from Ross, but the rebound putback is from Scott.
I hate to tell you, Mike, but it gets worse as you get older. It just keeps getting worse. Full court pressure by the Gators.
Well, you can't really take away from 0, so.
Yeah. They are putting the pressure on. This could be a 10-second violation or a steal. It should be 10 seconds by now.
Yeah, it's well over 10.
And there it is. Josh H2O Waters right on the ball again.
In fact, that one was a little closer to 12 or 13.
Yeah, you know, the 10-second count continues even if the ball's touched by the opponent in the back court there.
5:15 to play here in the third.
You don't see a lot of 10-second violations.
Camden got it.
Camden has been very, very impressive, to say the least. She's got an all-round game. We expected to see that. This is the first time we've seen her this year, and she is good.
40-14, and Camden forces the takeaway at midcourt. All alone, Toledo. No good. Camden fouled.
Would have loved to see Camden go to my alma mater, but she chose Penn State. Mine is Drexel University. She would have fit in there nicely in Denise Dillon's program.
Dragons having a nice year this year.
Yeah, the Lady Dragons are, I believe, #1 in the country in team defense.
Camden first free throw good, 41-14.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it
#1
certainly is.
I think. Yeah.
And before the second free throw, a timeout is taken by Germantown Friends, 41-14. And since the third quarter has started, it looks like things have Shipley has kind of taken it to a new gear and have put the Tigers in some deep water.
Yeah, clearly the superior team tonight is Shipley. Not to take away from Germantown Friends because they are very young, but we're now at a 27-point deficit for the visiting Tigers.
And I mean, this Shipley team looks like they're heading to 16-3 on the season. You know, moving to 7-0 in the conference. According to Max Preps, this is a top 20 team in the state. Yeah. According to the eye test, they're a top 20 team in the state too. And you know, they could be working on a private school state championship.
Yeah, they could be a team to be reckoned with in the PESA tournament.
Yeah,
that's the Pennsylvania Independent Tournament, and it's grown over the years to become very important and getting close to the quality of the PIAA, if not better in some cases.
Yeah, some of the elite programs,
certainly
for
in the boys program a couple years ago when Westtown had that monster team led by Mo Bamba.
Yeah, led by Mo Bamba. Brandon Randolph at Arizona. Here's second free throw, no good. And now Cam Reddish, a star at Duke.
Cam Reddish at Duke. And Mo Bamba residing in the NBA and playing fairly well for a first-year player, a rookie.
He's even got a rap song made about him, Cap. Are you a big fan of Mo Bamba?
Yeah, he's an interesting kid, you know. I mean, he's very bright, and he gained some weight, Mike. He put some muscle on.
Yeah, you get in those NBA strength programs. That'll
remember how
certainly
thin he was?
Make a change.
Very thin in high school. And he's developed an offensive game. He didn't really have that in high school.
Steal here from Shipley.
Back to the ladies' game here. Good ball.
Here's a right corner three from Na Redmond. And a 30-point lead.
Was that a bank shot?
It kind of kissed off the back of the rim. I don't think it got backboard. It just kind of touched the back of the rim. Yeah. And here's a 30-second timeout now taken by Germantown Friends. And this is one of those opportunities that you could use a game like this as some teachable moments for a young team.
Absolutely. I mean, look, again, what did we say, 7 freshmen, I think it was? That's like the majority of that team. And they have a lot to learn, but they probably will be learning from this contest tonight. Yeah,
and there's in moments like this, while frustrating if you're a Germantown Friends fan or one of the players on the floor, there certainly are teachable moments, A, in a game like this, and B, against playing a team the level of Shipley.
Yeah, I'm sure they knew when they were coming in here what they were up against. I'm talking about Germantown Friends. And now we have subs coming into the game. So it looks like the entire team except for Lauren Ross. Her ponytail is hiding her number. There it is, 14. So she stays in the game. And Redmond stays in the game.
Yeah, Scott remains in as well.
Olivia Joseph.
So just Camden out.
Okay, just Camden out. Elizabeth Taluto's in the game, I believe?
Yeah, Joseph replaced Camden.
Okay, so it's just not a full team substitution, but
poked away, and here's another steal. This is Ross looking ahead, and here's the layup. Too strong, but a late whistle.
You know, there should be a stat, Mike, for
block on Norwood, the call.
Yeah, no, I was going to say there should be a stat. Let me see if I can express it correctly. Where you make a great pass that should have led to a score.
Almost assist.
Yeah, like an almost assist. Or, you know, I don't know how to say it, but there should be something on the stat sheet where you made the right pass.
Right.
How do you say it? I don't know, but she made the right pass, and it's just the layup didn't go. so she doesn't get the assist. But it's in the flow of the offense, and I know her coach notices things like that. Sean Costello says, yep, she made the right pass.
True Blood and Red Cross into the game for Shipley.
Great names, both. True Blood and Red Cross. Sounds like a TV show.
Yeah, Toledo will check out. She's replaced by Brianna Dotson. True Blood and Red Cross sounds like it's on HBO at about 9 o'clock on Sundays.
Right, exactly. Like the, like the True Detective show. Starring True Blood and Red Cross.
Norwood gives it off on the right wing for Kewick. Busy weekend for you here on the Sports Fan Base Network, by the way. He's dumped down on the post, and here's a lefty finish that's good from Kewick. 46-16 with 3:25 to play here in the third quarter. Great games, PSAC college basketball here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Cap and I will be right back at it tomorrow down at Westchester.
That's right, tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Here's a held ball called. Nice defense that time by Kewick to tie up True Blood. It'll stay on the arrow with Shipley.
Kewick has shown us some skills. That's a defensive play by her, and she just had the layup a moment ago. Very nicely done by her. It'll be Shipley ball on the alternating possession. And deep inside.
And a nice spin move and a finish by Dotson.
Dotson showing some strength down there in the post and also some nice footwork to free up her shot.
Also have Malvern Prep for you tonight on the Sports Fan Base Network as well. So for a complete schedule, check out thesfbn.com. So
Malvern Prep featuring very good players, including Deuce Turner.
You and I saw Deuce last year. And
I saw him this week.
Oh, did you?
I was there this week, yeah. Deuce was our star of the game, and he remains a very talented player.
Norwood with a layup, and it's good.
Yeah, Deuce doesn't get enough attention.
I agree. He's a real good player.
He's as good as any guard in the city right now, in the area, I should say. In the area. Yeah. I mean, you look at the Bonner Prendergast, and they have that Isaiah Wong who's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
He's going to Miami. I mean, Deuce, to me, Deuce is every bit as good as him. So,
and that Bonner Prendy team.
Ooh, they just lost to they just got a loss to LaSalle.
Yeah, but they made it to the Palestra last year.
And he was the MVP of the league.
Yeah.
His first year in the league, by the way. Isaiah Wong, quite a player.
Played at Notre Dame over in New Jersey for a couple of years. That's where I got the opportunity to see him. Here's a steal by Shipley.
And he transferred to Bonner Prendy. But just to spend another second or two on those guys.
Foul called at the floor.
Yeah, he's headed for Miami, and he's been very impressive. By the way, LaSalle is undefeated, and that was, I believe, a 1 or a 2 point game. Only 2 undefeated teams in the area, Haverford and LaSalle, on the boys program. That's going to stay.
It is going to stay, but great hands that time still for Germantown Friends by Cadence Kelly to knock that one away.
I think Kelly could have reached out and grabbed that ball before it went out of bounds. And she gets her paw on it again.
But it'll remain with Shipley.
Nice hands by her.
Set to inbound. Checked in underneath, and it's taken away and stolen. Kewick will go the other way for Germantown Friends and give back to the top in Norwood. 1:30 remains here in the third quarter. Norwood with a lefty kiss off the glass.
Yeah, Norwood's got her game together now. That was a nice move inside with the left hand.
1:20 to play here in the third. Tipped away at midcourt. Held ball is called. And the possession arrow will go to the Tigers. And the Tigers have kind of found another gear defensively here as well. A little fire underneath them. And granted, Lauren Ross and Anna Camden not in the game certainly helps. But still, again, you're down 28 points. You're still seeing a lot of fight from this Tigers team.
And there she goes again.
Floater no good that time by Norwood.
Norwood again to the hoop. Yeah, the Tigers are growling a little bit in this end of the third quarter.
Josephs gives it off in the left corner. And this is Red Cross. Back to the top. Here's a drive from Nikala.
Oh.
That's no good. Put back attempt, no good.
She was shoved from behind there.
Keewick. Great job to get back. And that shot goes off the side of the backboard. Wonderful defense by Joseph. Here's a three that's no good.
She launched that with one hand.
Yeah.
She never had a guide hand on it. That's an unusual shot, Mike.
Shot clock unplugged with 25 seconds to play here in the quarter, but it's another steal. Another opportunity for Keewick. And Keewick, no good. A lot of contact and a foul. No traveling is the call.
Yeah, it looked like possibly a near dual possession, near jump ball, and then she fell to the ground. Once her body hit the ground, she's traveling in possession of the ball and control. So I think the referee made the right call there, actually.
Germantown Friends to inbound.
Steal.
This is Nikala. Underneath. Layup, no good. Rebound volleyed around. Bank shot, no good. That time
It's getting rough in there, Mike.
by Dotson. It sure is.
Yeah.
4 seconds to play here in the quarter. It'll be Germantown Friends ball.
They should get a little roll here. Roll that ball. That's it. That's it.
Keewick with 2 seconds. Back to Norwood. Mishandles.
No
Gets
good.
it off, but it's over after the buzzer, that is. Well short anyway. Through 3, 48-20. The lead belongs to Shipley on Swamp Night.
About to start the fourth quarter. It'll be Gator ball.
That is Jack Cap. I'm Mike Samsel. Great to have you along with us. Off the foot of the Shipley player.
And an immediate jump ball, alternating possession.
And it will go back to Germantown Friends.
Yep.
How do you feel about the held ball, Cap?
Never liked it.
Never liked it, yeah.
Well, here it is, Mike. I mean, if you have lower level players, maybe JV or junior high or something, or middle school or something like that.
Makes sense, yeah.
Of course, you have so many jump balls and maybe some girls' games here and there, but in general, I don't like it. I mean, if you make the effort to get a tie-up, you should be able to.
Here's a three that's good for Germantown Friends from Keewick.
You should be able to have a jump ball. Hey, Keewick is impressing us.
48-23, Shipley in front.
But
Here's Dotson.
I'm old-fashioned, Mike. I don't like the three-point shot either.
Really?
I don't like it, no. I'm not the only one.
Abby Augie to Bergen. Nice move along the baseline. Here's Trueblood, no good, but the putback is from Olivia Joseph.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Amira Trueblood. Left-handed, just a little short on that, but it was a nice look. And we had the follow-up basket.
Keewick.
27-point lead.
At the top, guarded tightly, gives it off on the left wing and gets it back. Now on the right wing, here's Norwood. No good on the shot. Ball loose in the post. And on the floor, Amira Trueblood is able to pull it in. Down into the post. Dotson. Nice dish over to Joseph.
Yep, Joseph with the score. And I was just impressed a moment ago by the hustle of Caroline Rickles, smallest player on the court, just running all over the place. Working real hard. Working hard for the money, Mike.
Norwood.
And her salary's very low.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would imagine that's frowned upon.
Salary's not good. Yeah.
Kewick will go to the line for 2.
Kewick has been a standout tonight for the visiting Tigers. She'll go to the line for 2.
Here's the first free throw from Kewick. That's good.
We have the boys team standing next to us, itching to get into the action here. And they'll be on the court for the second game tonight. Doubleheader here in Gatorville on Swamp Night. I think we'll be draining the swamp later on, Mike.
52-25.
Well, at least dredging it. How about that? We'll dredge the swamp. But the boys' game should be a real big-time thrilling game. And we're going to...
Abby Augie in the corner. Down in the post. Ball deflected around. And it'll go out of bounds. Set to inbound for Germantown Friends is Norwood. Bringing it across the timeline now, Kewick. 5:50 to play here in the fourth. Along the sideline, bounce pass. And a reach-in foul is called. Hitting the deck was Kewick. A little bit too aggressive on the defense that time. I believe it was Katie Bergen. It was. She'll get the foul, her first. 52-25. It's a 27-point lead for Shipley.
And we have a player in the game for Shipley that I don't have on my roster.
Don't worry, I do. Kayla Bailey.
Okay. Is that number 12?
That is correct.
I think maybe she's a JV player playing on both teams.
Here's Norwood. Puts up the floater. No good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line. So I've always been confronted this with Cap. This is a fun one. When you have a player that's not on the roster. Yeah. Now, I will say number 12 on my roster is indeed Kayla Bailey.
Okay.
I'm not making this one up. But you're confronted with the option.
Yeah.
Do you admit that you don't know who the player is, or do you completely make up not only the player but a backstory about them?
Well, you could make the player's name up. It's interesting that you asked that. The other day we had referees, and I won't mention any names.
Free throw good by Kelly, 52-26.
Quite often I'll go get the referee's name, and I said, "What's your name?" And he says, "Well, I don't want to tell you." And I said, "Why not?" He said, "I'm supposed to be at work." So you know what I did, Mike? I just made up a name.
Here's the layup good by Regley. That's awesome.
I just called him John Luciano. A name from my past. Yeah, but as far as the players are concerned, and here she is.
Here's a right wing three off the front rim. No good from Bergen.
We'll call her Player X.
She gets it again, however.
Yeah, it's getting a little rough out there right now.
And it'll go back to Germantown Friends.
A little ragged. You know, the subs are in the game mostly. I think it's all subs now.
Yeah, back into the bench players.
Yeah, Amira Trueblood's in the game. Like to get everybody's name in there. I think Abby, how do you say that? Aug?
Yeah, Abby Aug.
Abby Aug's in the game. Celeste Funari Muse. I love that name. That's a great name. Let's see who else.
Left wing.
And Player X is in the game. And
Kayla Bailey.
Kayla Bailey. And let's see who's in there. We still got...
Here's a catch and shoot three from Norwood. That's no good.
Oh, you know...
Kewick the board.
I didn't even notice. Claudia and Caroline Rickles. I was getting them mixed up, actually. They look alike. I guess they're sisters.
Out of bounds and possession will go back
are they,
to the Gators.
Are they possibly twins?
I believe they are. Sage Adelman checks in the game.
Let's see. Caroline's a freshman. Claudia's a freshman. They're twins. How about that? No wonder they look alike, Mike. There you go.
4:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. Aug down on the post and a foul called on the floor as they were trying to post up Celeste Funari Muse.
No bonus yet. just 4 team fouls right now, and it'll.
The referees are only calling the egregious ones right now.
Yep, only 8 fouls between the two teams. There's a nice shot.
Bergen with the hit.
Katie Bergen.
It's a 2 to make it 54-28.
Katie Bergen, a 5'5" sophomore. She nails it from distance.
Down the post looking for Ragley. Back out baseline. Claudia Rickles. And a wild shot that time, no good from Ragley. 3:35 to play here in the fourth. On the right wing, it's Bergen. Dumped down in the post. Fenari Muse, no good on the shot. And the rebound pulled in by Norwood. Ray Somerville, the big for the men's team, standing in front of us at 6'10". And there's not many people I got to look up at. But Ray is indeed one of them.
I was just going to say, I have an obstructed view seat here. He's pretty
Standing
big.
room only.
I got news for you. I think he's bigger than 6'10".
He's listed at 6'10", but he is a big boy for sure.
Wow.
Here's a layup, no good by Kelly.
If that's 6'10", then I'm 5'4". Now he looks 7 foot, really. Looking
to get it down on the post. Bailey does, and here's the layup that's good from Celeste Funari Moose. 56-28, and a substitution timeout. Granted. Oh, actually a 30-second timeout, excuse me, with 2:45 to play here in the fourth, and a 28-point lead for Shipley, who looks to be cruising to win number 16 on the season. And Cap, as we head toward the boys' game tonight, it should really be a good one coming up.
It certainly should be.
We'll see Ray Somerville.
There's some big-time players on
big
both
man
teams.
At 6'10", Chaz Owens, the younger son of Billy Owens. 2:45 to play here in the fourth. Out of the timeout, it will indeed be Germantown Friends ball. And, of course, we would be remiss to not mention Kai Champion as well.
I like Kai Champion.
Do you remember being here last year with Sam Sessoms? What was that, a 56-point game he put up here last year?
He was so good, Mike. I mean, I know he didn't have the height.
Well, he's at Binghamton this year, and he's averaging nearly 20 points a game.
Oh, he can score. That guy can score with anybody.
Yeah, and he's doing it at the D1 level now.
He was so good. I haven't been following his career. I guess I should have.
Has a couple of 30-point games up at Binghamton as well.
That's really good to hear. I'm glad to hear that.
Here's a layup that is good from Norwood.
Because, I like the short guys. I like the little guys.
have a place in your heart, huh?
That's right. Yeah, I always like the shorter players.
Adamant off the Bailey. Down on the post. Looking for Fenari Muse. Now back to the corner. Here's a three from Og. No good. And the rebound pulled in for Germantown Friends by Norwood. Under 2 minutes to play. Norwood coast to coast. Spins and kicks it back out to Keewick. Nakala the rebound. Couple of players for Shipley trying to get into the scoring column. Ooh. You could see a lot of excitement down on the bench, and here's a traveling violation that's called. A lot of players like this, sometimes they don't get a huge opportunity, but they're always the players that are pushing the starters in practice and trying to get them to go to the next level. And you could see the starters on the bench really pulling for them to get into the scoring column.
Yeah, we always like to see that. That was Jasmine Nikala, I guess is how you say her name. And she made a lot of nice moves, but she was triple teamed.
Yes,
I think, you learn a lesson from that. Get rid of the ball.
Down the post, reach-in foul called. Norwood, the offended party. Adelman picks up the foul, her first. With just 1:21 to play in game number one of our doubleheader here on the Sports Fanbase Network. Gym's just about at capacity now. Even the temporary bleachers full.
All right, it's going to be a big
that were put in. Pass out of bounds and back to Shipley.
I mean, the girls' game has been about what we expected. 56-30 right now with the subs in the game. Easy win for the Lady Gators, but this crowd is salivating for the boys' game.
Offensive foul goes against the Gators. It's on Olivia Joseph, so possession back to Germantown Friends. And after seeing them play in person, Cap, we got to think this Gators team, they're going to be dangerous in PESA again.
I fully expect them to go far in the PESA.
Under a minute to play. Norwood, a right wing three off the Keywick, that's no good. Shot clock, game clock separated by about 13 seconds.
Ryan Callender with the ball up court.
Here's Bailey. Trying to get it down on the post, but the ball tipped away and stolen once more. Now the shot clock and game clock are just about concurrent with 30 seconds. Bounce pass over on the wing, looking for some space is Norwood. She gets it back. Dribble penetration, puts it up, rattles around, and good. So that'll make the final feel a little better, 56-32. Under 5 seconds to play.
That should be our final score.
And it will be, maybe, at the buzzer, no good by Funari Muse. And our final here in game number 1 of our doubleheader here at the Shipley School and Swamp Night. 56-32, Shipley with the win over Germantown Friends. Win number 16 on the season for Sean Costello's squad.
Easy victory once again, about what we expected, Mike, and 24-point victory here, 56-32. Another win for the Lady Gators of Shipley.
We invite you to stay tuned here to the Sports Fanbase Network. Coming up in about 15-20 minutes or so, we'll have game number 2 of our doubleheader with Shipley and Germantown Friends facing off in game number 2 of the Swamp Night doubleheader from the Shipley School.